right, next part. And this piece is, I call it, end buyer skills, forget about your bills. And I'm going to talk about a few things with end buyers. And talk about how end buyers, creating that relationship with end buyers, how vital it is for success in real estate investing. Because you can screw someone over once, but you will not, in real estate investing, screw them over twice. I promise you that. And why is it that we choose to do that sometimes? Why is it that that happens from one time to another? And we try to get that every last dollar that we can. And we say, well, there's been some comps over there in North Linden for $80,000. And yeah, they might not be 2 bedrooms, or they might be in 3 bedrooms, and there might have been a little mortgage fraud. But you know what? You could probably get that. You can always refi. Right? How many people have got a wholesaler that has said something, that you're an end buyer, and you were asking, and they said something like that? Raise your hands. Have you guys? No one has. No one's buying any properties. No one's talked to any wholesalers. All right, Darren, we've got some big business here in Columbus. Cultivating a relationship with your end buyers is probably one of the most profitable things that you can do. I would find 4 or 5 people that can buy properties. You say, well, where do I find them at? And I'm going to say this to all of you, and I do not mean any offense to this because I'm also here myself. A lot of times, it's not going to be at the networking events. A lot of times, that there are folks that come to these networking events, they do it because it makes them feel good. They do it because it's more productive, they feel, than going to Jeopardy. And I'm not saying that any of you are doing that. However, I'm saying that some people do. If you want to find people who are buying, that are willing and ready to close, start placing some ads. If you don't have any houses, ask a wholesaler, say, can I help? Can I promote your house? They're going to say, sure. Start promoting, whether it's little ads in newspapers, whether it's Craigslist.com or all the other resources that are out there. You place ads, you're going to find people who are actually looking for deals. And Todd made some great mentioning, and Lee did some great mentioning as well as far as for this market and boohoo and woe is woe. Guess what with wholesaling? If you're in the middle, it's irrelevant. It means no difference. Why? Because if people who were motivated to sell in a hot market, they're like, oh, I know how hot this market is. Everyone's buying houses, right? So they're going to want more. If you're buying a house that you would buy 3 years ago when someone that could fog glass could be able to get financing, and now that they can't, so that competition is gone, that person might have spent $20,000 for that property. Now, they're having a hard time trying to sell it for $10,000. Right? Is this making any sense? Yeah, a little bit? Right now, it's irrelevant. If you're in the middle, what happens is the margins just go down. You buy it for 10, now you sell it for 20, and it's a great deal. Someone wins, just like what Todd said. Right now, unbelievable. And we're going to see this. Right now, all those folks that were A-level tenants, who were they were right on that cusp, who were buying properties, right now they're not buying properties, right? Right now they can't. So now those folks that were going and buying those properties, those MI, those Dominions, those Mirandas, all those houses, they're not getting that financing. Right? They're not getting it. Right? Yeah. How you been? I haven't seen you for years. Wow. Welcome. Excellent. I talked to Ray actually. He was a postman, and he is a postman. Looks still got his gear on. He's a postman, and we actually talked, and he was talking about finding houses. He's a hustler. I'm glad you could come, man. Welcome. Right now, we have the ability to capitalize unlike any other. Because all these folks, the wannabes that were spending way too much money on properties that they shouldn't have been, that were our competition, they're not able to get financing. Now we can lock those deals up, and now we have that edge that we didn't have before because of all these ding-dongs that were rushing from the stock market or rushing from all these other places. They're like, well, let's go buy houses. I'll buy it for $120. It's so cool. 100% financing. Yeah. Right? Isn't that what happened? Do you remember that 3 years ago? Wasn't that? Everyone. Trojak, was everyone and their mother buying houses 3 years ago? Everyone. What's that?
Yes, they were.
Everyone was, right? Because it was just like, everyone was just, it was there. Now it's not the case. So the market, the ability is huge. Nurture your end buyer skills. Nurture your relationships. Every single time you get a deal, every single time as you're building that list, call these people up and say, look, I'm going to put this out to my email list. I'm going to put this in Craigslist. I'm going to put this on my preferred buyer list. I'm going to do this. But I'm calling you first. I had some, when I was full go, 100% wholesaling, doing a deal a week, when I was hardcore wholesaling, I'd have people hanging up on their friends saying, sorry Charlie, I gotta go, Colin's on the phone. Psh, end buyers that were rushing to come out to the properties. I had an end buyer who was a police officer, which was scary because I knew he had a gun. Who this police officer, we were going to meet at 10 a.m. and he was going to bring a certified check. And I told him, I said, look, there's another gentleman who said that they wanted the property. I don't know if he's serious enough, but I'm going to be in my office at 9 o'clock. And I have no idea. He might come there, but if you want to guarantee it, I'm going to be in the office at 9 o'clock. You come beforehand, whatever. This other gentleman was there at 9:05 a.m. And at 9:10, that police officer with a gun was at the bank calling me to say, how do I want the certified check made out? In my name or my LLC's name? Who would like to be in my position right there? No way. What did I do? I said, you're going to kill me, or please don't kill me. But this other individual is here, and I'm really sorry about it. Guess who the first person that I called the next wholesale deal I had? First person I called. Nurture those relationships. Have those folks do whatever. Send flowers to their wife, or their girlfriend, or to their husband if they're a end buyer female, right? We got some ladies in the house, right? Closing. Make those end buyer relationships count, because this is a small cow town. We got over 1 million people. When it comes down to it, it's really a small place, and word travels fast.